Hello, I'm Brandon Lee, and on behalf of Premonition Analytics, I'm proud to present one of Premonition's powerful visual tools, a data visualizer and hypotheses tester for time-lag data, specifically for equity markets. Because we have the largest litigation database, we are the only ones capable of utilizing this solution with enough data points. Once we have confirmed statistical significance, we can use this tool to visually confirm our findings. Let's run through a simulation. Through multivariate regression analysis, we previously found a correlation between the average duration of closed cases and stock appreciation, with about a 5-month gap for MetLife Incorporated. The application is separated into two parts: a visualizer to help users visually search for and identify trends, and a machine learning tool to confirm such hypotheses. All data is loaded through CSV files. We have our own process to generate data files, but any files that are date indexed is supported. To add a graph, we simply choose the desired file from the dropdown, the dimension in which to graph, and the time frame of the data to cut off. Since we're looking for a specific correlation, we can graph the secondary axes, closed duration in this case, inverse the data, and set the month offset to 5. This will let us visually examine the series in conjunction and determine if there's actually a correlation here or not. In order to quantify this, we're going to move on to the machine learning hypothesis tester. It works in a similar fashion. I'm going to load the file, and it's going to give us some options to choose our independent variables or our predictors and our dependent variable or our outcome. In this case, we're using closed duration to predict appreciation. Set the time frame, the month offset to 5, and we can use this dropdown to select our machine learning model, or pretty much the technique that the computer is going to use its predictions. For those familiar with the machine learning paradigm, we've added the ability to tweak the parameters and play around with the degrees of freedom that you're familiar with when creating a machine learning model. For most users, we've added the ability to automatically generate models and let the computer choose the best parameters for you. The last thing we have to worry about here is the iterations. For both automatically and manually generated models, the iterations will give us statistically significant numbers, since it's going to iterate and randomly split the data and test it. For automatically generated models, it's going to determine the amount of parameters that are generated to test against. So higher iterations will generally lead to a finer tuned model up until a certain point. Once we have inputted all the parameters, we simply click Run Model, let it run, and we get the results. Since our model was automatically generated, the parameters is given to us, as well as the percentage chance of accuracy that was evaluated by the model. And there you have it. With this tool, we're able to confirm and verify the correlations that we found previously from our multivariate regression analysis.